Today we're going to go check out some little free libraries together in Edmonton. I picked out some books off of my bookshelf that I decided I wasn't ever going to read, or I have read them and I'm ready to have it passed on to someone else. But before we run away together, let's make some matcha. I've been on such a matcha kick recently. Okay, let's chat. I definitely have not been around for the last 5 months. I am on a work term right now. I definitely have a lot more free time. The last time you guys saw me was in the fall semester. I think it was like my first week of school, so far from there. I think the most notable thing that semester was my structural analysis course. That course took me out. I was so scared I was not going to pass that class. I was really scared. Sad part is that I actually enjoyed that class. Like, I enjoyed structural engineering. Like, if I didn't choose environmental engineering, I might have gone into structural. What's so sad, I thought I did so well in the midterm, and I got, oh, I meant to sift that. Okay, I thought I did so well on the midterm, and I got a 47. Bruh. Felt so good, so confident. And I got a 47, and I didn't know what to do. I, like, same day the marks went out, I went to my structural prof and I cried. I told him that I felt like I studied really hard for that exam. I'm attending all his lectures in the matcha. He pretty much said that he sees where I went wrong, and he doesn't want me to drop the class because he thinks I can do very well in the final, because you can tell I'm getting the concept of the course. I'm just second guessing myself and struggling with very little things. I studied so hard for that final, and grades came out like Christmas Eve, and lo and behold, I passed, like with a B too. Like, she really did that, so really proud of myself for it. Going from being a structural victim to a structural queen. I know you're not supposed to make matcha with metal equipment, but that's all I got. But anyways, my structural nightmares begin again in the fall. It is March. I am in a co-op term, so we're not worried about that right now. Look at her. Look. Gorgeous, beautiful. She's overflowing. In other news, I've been taking a ballet course. It's my new hobby. I definitely consider myself a hobby hopper. I feel like I'm doing something new every few months. Last semester, I was doing yoga. The last hobby I was really into was snowboarding, but since snowboarding season has finished, ballet has been so great. This is my 3rd month doing it, and I'm having a blast. I, like many other girls, I did ballet as a kid, like a very little child, but then growing up I did gymnastics, kind of healing my inner child. So I'm definitely going to bring y'all along to one of my ballet courses. So good. I added so much maple syrup to that. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to take ballet classes through spring and summer as well. The hobby that I want to try up next is I want to try reformer Pilates. Like, that is on the bucket list for this year. Let's talk about some of the books I'm going to be leaving at little libraries today. So first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I read this book. I wasn't a huge fan of it, and honestly I would love if just another little girl picks this up from a little library who's seen it on TikTok, wants to read it, and ends up really liking it, because I feel like this is perfect for the teens and the preteens. But as an adult who has read really good mysteries and thrillers, I just felt like this one laid flat for me. Loveless by Alice Osman. Alice Osman wrote the Heartbreaker series, The Edge of the Universe. This is like an OG TikTok book that I never read, and I'm probably never going to. I got Influence, 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, seen this around, but again, not reach for it. Lastly, The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry. Okay, but the weather's a lot chillier than I thought it would be today. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're coming up to our first little library. I've been to this one many times though. They grew quite a collection in here. Okay, so I don't see anything that interesting to me, but I'm still gonna leave 7 Husbands. The 7 Deaths. My apologies. 7 Husbands is a different. Okay, first the library is a little bit of a dud, but I left a book. And we're on our way to our second little library. Cookie, what do you think? So we just made it to the second little library, and there are people there. So I was too nervous to go up, and then when the people drove away, this older man was there, and he was like kind of Inspector Gadget style, like moving around. And I was like, all right, this is a sign from the universe to go to a different library. Wow, this is our local historical mansion. Oh yeah, I do think this mansion is haunted.
I can help you tonight. You and me, we are stronger. There's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel. Baby, this love is real. I would fix all the problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me a story. I can help you tonight.
I got a coffee and it was $6. $6 is a lot for coffee. And I this place used to only do dome lid. And I walked up to them and was like, do you guys still only do dome lids? And she's like, well, we can get you a dome lid. And I was like, no, I will much rather take a flat lid. I hate dome lids with a passion. I have not had coffee from here in a really long time, so. I asked them to put honey in it and I don't think they did. Oh well. Oh, this one's has a lot of children's books, which is perfect. I'll put the Good Girl's Guide to Murder in here. I feel like this is a wonderful spot for it. I hope a child enjoys this one. That's so cute. Okay, so that was number 2. I did not find anything in that one, but I'm really happy that I left Good Girl's Guide to Murder in that one, because it had children's books, preteen books, and I just feel like that book just fits in very well. So we can't decide if we want to go to the little library that we missed, which is usually a good little library. But honestly, wait for me. We're getting close to our 3rd and our last little library. I put on a glove because it was cold. This one is definitely one of the prettiest ones I've seen. It even has, I love the little flowers. I think I'm going to leave the book Influence. I'm just not seeing anything that catches my eye. And I don't want to take books that I'm not going to read. I feel like that's not right. Mom. Nothing. I've been watching a lot of vlogs of people that live in New York, and it's making me really want to travel to New York, but I don't understand how people live in New York at all. The city I live in is pretty spread out and flat. Unless you live downtown, apartments are, if you do live in an apartment, they're usually not very tall. I'm in pretty much close to the center of the city, and there's nothing tall. The skyline is pretty flat. But Mom, I'm having a conversation with you and you just left. I feel like my dream would be to visit New York for a little brief chapter of my life and live in a high-rise. I really want to do that. I just got home. I'm so sweaty. Look at this. Oh my god. It just got so warm all of a sudden. I was too hot. I put on too many layers. Did not find any books in the little libraries because I didn't want to take books I wasn't going to read, but I am very happy to have left a few books out there and I really enjoyed it. How long were we out for? My watch stopped recording my time halfway through, so I had to redo it. So one of my sessions was 30 minutes with 1.89 kilometers and my other session was 2.47 kilometers for 45 minutes. So thank you all so much for joining me for this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.